Hello guys, welcome to Futuristic Approach, and we have come up to the last class of this Python programming language. So far you have been very awesome throughout this journey guys, and in last few classes we have seen lot of things like modules, variables in data types, strings, list and tuples, dictionaries and sets, conditionals, loops, functions, file operations, classes, object-oriented programming, inheritance, and also we had seen the error handling, invalid function, lambda function, reduce function, then format function and join functions. So now what we are going to do is to see about the virtual environment. So guys, virtual environment is nothing but an environment which is separated from the existing environment. What does I mean by saying so? It means that if I want to develop an application which is having a different requirements and then the global one, then I'll create a virtual environment and an environment which is specific for those applications. So while creating that environment, after creating, I'll import the necessary dependencies of that environment. Then I'll download the necessary functions, modules of that particular environment, and then I'll start developing my applications. So quickly come to your VS Code or whichever ID you want to come, and open a directory. I have created a directory virtual env, and then make a file in this 1.py. Now when I write import Flask, it will say, and when I run it will say that module is already installed. I'll have to select the interpreter first, so I'll select my interpreter by this one, and when I run it, it says that already installed. So what if I write pip uninstall Flask? Okay, so it will ask me to uninstall it. I'll uninstall it. All right, so now it is installed. When I run this, it will say no module name Flask is there because I have uninstalled it. So for time being, I install it again, pip install Flask, and it will install me Flask. Okay, so Flask 2.0.2 has been installed. Now let's say I want Flask 2.0.1. so I cannot install it over here because it is already installed. Then if I install it Flask 2.0.1, then I'll have to uninstall this particular version, but I don't want to do that. So I want my application to have a Flask 2.0.1. so what I'll do, I'll create a virtual environment. So for creating a virtual environment, I'll simply write python -m and then virtual env, and then name of my project as, let's say, env I have taken. So now it has created a, you see, env. Earlier this was not there, now it is there. So this is having all the files which are necessary, like bin, lib, git ignore and configuration files, but I am still not there inside this virtual env file. I am there in outside it. So to activate it, what I'll do, I'll simply write source space then env /bin/activate. all right, now you see guys, this particular in a parenthesis env, that means you are there inside this environment. Now if you write pip, if you import Flask, so I'll just simply cut it. I'll make a file inside this as main.py. okay, now I'll write import Flask. Okay, now when I import Flask, I'll have to change the interpreter to virtual env. Now when I run it, it says no module named Flask, but Flask I have installed it, but that was installed outside this particular directory, env directory. But when I am entering this directory env, it is not installed because I have not installed it. This is a separate environment. So let's say I want to install a particular version of Flask, so I'll write pip install Flask equals to 2.0.1. all right, so when I do it, it will install me that particular version 2.0.1. Earlier it was 2.0.2. Now if you want to see, you just write pip list and it will show you the all the packages which are installed inside it. So Flask 2.0.1, Jinja, markup space, and like that. So whatever has been installed inside this, it will show you those packages inside it. Now what if you want to take it in a text format? Let's say you want to have a file over here inside this env, which is having list of all the packages which are already installed in the environment. So you simply write pip, you write pip freeze and then greater than sign space requirement dot txt. Okay, now when you press enter, it will give you a requirement.txt file. Now this file is having all the packages which are installed: Flask, Jinja, Exec, Click, everything. So this is the way of knowing that what all things have been installed inside this thing. Now if I go out of this environment, let's say I say deactivate. So you see Flask 2.0.1 is here. Okay, just keep it in mind. And when I say deactivate over here, it will deactivate the, now I have come out of this parenthesis env. That means I am there inside the outside this thing. All right, so the interpreter to be changed. Now I'll write this one. Okay, now just clear it. Okay, now you see I have installed Flask is already installed inside it. So I'll write pip list. Remember guys, the Flask version over here is different from the version which we had installed in our earlier system. So this particular is having Flask 2. No, this is earlier. I'll just cut it, import Flask, and then I'll write pip list. So you see this is Flask and this version is 2.0.2. okay, so the Flask version over outside the environment is 2.0.2 and inside the environment it is 2.0.1. so this is the difference between the virtual environment and the local environment. So you had created an environment which is separated from your local environment and which can be utilized to develop a particular application which requires a particular packages, like some particular version of Python also you can install in that, some particular version of any packages which you require, you can install inside that. So that was all about the virtual environment guys. Then I had told you that you can have all the packages which are already there inside it. So you can write pip freeze and then greater than sign and requirement dot txt. okay, when you do so, it will create an requirement.txt file. So you see Flask 2.0.2, it has overwritten it. Okay, the earlier one which was there, it has overwritten it. Now Flask 2.0.2, it has Django, Click, Django, everything is there. Okay, so whatever I have installed inside it, it is in my local environment, it is available over here. So this was all about the virtual environment guys, and is an important tool in the development process wherein a different version of the same application can be installed and with different version of same packages can be installed in the same computer but with different environment. So that was all about the virtual environment guys, and I hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. But the other thing is that now we have come to an end of this Python chapter, so we are going to start something new. So I have planned to come up with a series of Django wherein I'll tell you about the Django. There will be 3 parts in this, and the classes will start probably by end of this month, maybe probably within the first week of the January 2022. So till the time, you take care guys, and I wish you all the best and happy new year in advance. And keep learning and keep exploring and keep supporting our channel. So that's all guys for this chapter, and this is the end of the Python chapter, and now we will be moving on to the next level. Plus, apart from this, before this Django series, I'll come up with some more videos on maybe on Kubernetes, or maybe on the Python practical problems which we used to do. So Python practical problems will always be helpful for you. And this some 14 or 15 chapters which we had seen in last few days is just the basics of Python. It is not about everything about the Python. So you will have to start for the excellence. So for that, you need to refer documentations which are available over internet. Everything is available. There are many videos on Python on YouTube which you can refer, and you can learn things. So there is no end to it. You just have to open a video or open the documentation and read it. So guys, just be thorough with the concepts and keep practicing. At least I would say, in fact, even half an hour if you do coding every day, that will definitely boost your confidence. And you can try at different levels, competitive programming, and you can, whenever you will go for interview, it will be better for you. If you don't do it in a regular manner, then you tend to forget the things. This is a general human nature which is there. So just keep it in mind that even just take out time of half an hour in 24 hours and do some coding in Python, C++, C, Java, whichever language you are comfortable with, and do it, and it will definitely put you in a good position. So that's all for this lecture guys. I'll see you in next lecture, and till the time, you take care, and happy new year to you and your family. Stay blessed, stay safe.